I went running, and I hadn't done it in a while. You know, and it was scary. It was touch and go, as far as I could tell. It was very close to death. Like, I don't know what you do, but like, I don't exercise that much. I may look like I'm in shape, but I'm not really. I go through long periods of time where I don't exercise at all, and it takes a lot to get me to exercise. I don't know your life or what happens with you, but with me, the exercise thing is like, it's like 3 phases that have to happen before I actually exercise. Like, phase 1, usually it's just me sitting at home, alone, doing nothing, and out of nowhere, I just look down, and I go, oh, fuck me! God damn, what the fuck is wrong with me? God damn it, why can't I just exercise? It's bullshit. Like, I gotta get back in shape. I gotta get back in shape. Then some part of your brain is like, what do you mean back? Like, somewhere in my mind, I think that, like, there was a period in time where I was hitting the gym like 3-4 times a week. I was running, hitting weights, I was a little ripped. But in reality, I don't think that time ever happened. I don't think it ever existed. I think it's a mythology I've created for myself to judge myself against when I want to, hate myself because I have a little bit of time on my hands. So that doesn't always get me out. And then there's the next phase, which is you wake up and you're like, the only way I'm going to do it is if I get some new shoes. I got to get new shoes. Those shoes don't even work anymore. I got to get new shoes. You got to get the magic shoes. There's no magic shoes. There's no shoes that wake you up because they put themselves on your feet and started the process. Hey, what's going on? Wait, pants. We need pants. So you get the shoes, you put them in the closet, and you see them when you get your other shoes. And they're sort of like, are we doing it? And you're like, shut the fuck up. We'll do it when I want to do it. That's how I talk to my sneakers. I don't know who you are, your life is. But the way it has to happen, the way it happens to exercise really is like you have to be seized by the need to do it in a moment. Like the spirit has to move you. Just sort of like, I gotta go, I gotta do it now. And you do have to do it right then because that's your portal. That's your window back into doing it. You gotta do it when that hits you. And it hit me. It was 2:30 in the afternoon and it was 102 degrees outside. Now I hadn't run in like 2 years. I didn't let that stop me. I'm like, I can do it. I can do it. I can run. So I put on my magic shoes and I grabbed my driver's license for easy tagging. I don't know about you, but I always take the driver's license. I got my iPhone. I'll get outside. I'm like, oh shit, I better get the license if I go down. Because they're not going to crack an iPhone for a terrorist cell. They're not going to do it for a mid-level celebrity dead on a hill. Better take the driver's license. So I'm out there running the hills. I'm doing hills. I haven't been out there. I don't even notice how hot it is because it's so hot. Like sweat's not even building up. And I get about 10 minutes in. All of a sudden, like my hands go numb. And I'm like, what's happening? And then all of a sudden I can't feel my arms. And I'm like, this isn't good. And then my heart starts going, and I'm like, holy shit. I had to take a knee. Outdoors. And appeal to a God that I don't have. And say, this doesn't happen here. This doesn't happen outside. It's an indoor thing and it's quick. Not outside. In a bathtub, in my sleep, something like that. Not out here. And I was sitting there, I was like, how many men's last words are, I got this? You know what I mean? What was I doing out there? Dumb pride, And then I got up, like I had this fear, like that I would be found just laying there outdoors, like some hipster couple with their dumb dog. Would just find me laying there and they'd be like, he did not have it today. Oh, look, it's like the first day out for those shoes, though. Look at those shoes. Come on, buddy, just stay away from them. It's not polite. Didn't happen, and I tell you what, I got up and I walked it off. That's how stubborn I am. I'm like, I got up and I still did. I didn't run, but I did the entire route, and then I called the doctor. Next day I called the doctor because I'm 53 and I should call the doctor when that happens. And they set me up at the cardiologist, so I go to the cardiologist. You know, when you go to the doctor, you kind of want something to be wrong with you. Like, not a major thing, but enough to not make you a fucking lunatic. So I go to the cardiologist. And, I don't get it, man. They can put people in space. We can take money out around the world. They make all these developments. They can clone things. But they can't get a handle on this vessel. This is a closed system, confounding for some reason. Cannot figure it out. Right? Isn't it crazy? So I go to this doctor. They do all the tests. They do a stress test, cardiogram, blood test. They do an ultrasound of my heart. And it's a girl. Sometimes you don't want to know, but I kind of knew. I think a lot of you knew. So you do all these fucking tests, and then the doctor comes out and he's like, "Yeah, you're great. You're in perfect shape. No problems. Perfectly fit. Everything. All the tests are good." And I'm like, "What? What does that mean?" It's like you're healthy. And I'm like, "Well, what happened out there on the hill?" When my hands went numb, my arm went numb, and my heart was skipping. What was that about? And a doctor, a real doctor, looked at me and said, "Who knows?" Shouldn't you know? Look, we'll see if it happens again. Let me know. No, I'm going to call you before I go running, and you can come to my house and follow me in your car. How would that be? I don't know how much time I have left. Not in this set, in life. I don't know how much time I have left. I'm not sick, I'm not dying, but I don't know. I'm at that point where you're getting, I'm like 53, and you start to wonder, like, how much time do I got left? And it's playing into my decision-making process. Like, if my girlfriend wants to watch a movie I don't want to watch, I'm like, I don't know, I don't want to die during that. I don't want to. I'd hate that to be the time. Let's make a better choice. I think we can make a better choice. Like if someone comes up to me, it's like, "Oh man, you don't listen to Fish? You got to listen to Fish." I don't know how much time I got left. I really, and what if I like it? That's like the rest of my life, right? I got no more room in my heart or my mind for another jam band, man. I got half the Grateful Dead catalog in there, and I think like 3 or 4 Allman Brothers songs. I'm maxed out. I'm filled up. And if you're ever asking me this question, have you seen that documentary with it? Stop right there. I don't know how much time I got left. It's too many documentaries. So let's slow down on the documentaries. We're all loaded up. We got enough for now. I'm not trying to discourage anyone. There's some good ones out there, but there are some bad ones. Sometimes I think documentary filmmaking is just a Hail Mary pass for someone almost giving up on the medium. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but just because you have an iPhone and your cat is sick doesn't make you a genius. I'm going to call it 1 out of 9. It's about my cat dying, but it's also about me accepting failure. I think this is much better than the one I made about my dad's struggle to buy pants in an unfamiliar store. I just don't know how much time I have left. And I don't think I'm afraid to die. I prefer it happens quickly. Like the transition, I just wanted to be like, boom, boom. I'd like my last words to be something like, "Wait, what?" That'd be preferable. But the reason I don't think I'm afraid to die is this weird reason. It's a weird reason. Because I've always had this recurring image in my head, and I never understood it till now, and I think I misinterpreted it before. I'll just share it with you, because I don't know what you would do, but it's a recurring image I get, and it's just me hanging from a cliff. That's where we enter. Me hanging from a cliff. I don't know why I'm hanging from a cliff. I know there's no one around. I don't know what happened, but I'm hanging from a cliff. And I never picture myself climbing back up. It's only a matter of time before I'm like, oh. And I think that's because I'm not afraid to die. I also think it's because, I'm not a control freak. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, anyone could scramble back up. It takes real courage just to let go. And I don't have a God in place. It just wasn't put there. And, I'm 53, and I don't think it's going to happen. The wheels would really have to come off, for me to find God at this age. I don't want to be negative. My mother's just inappropriate. She's always been inappropriate. No boundaries. It's disturbing. It's just disturbing. It is. And now someone's taught her how to use emojis. It's no good. It's never the right emoji. She's very partial to the smiley face with the hard eyes. And that's not the right one for your 53-year-old man son. That's not the right one. It's just not the appropriate emoji. All caps text, all caps emails. She doesn't know how to make little letters. She somehow knows how to change the color of the emails, but she doesn't know how to make little letters. If the NSA is looking at all her emails, my mom's nickname is all caps in Florida. Not a national security threat, but she does make her 53-year-old man son uncomfortable when she sends an all cap text that says, "I love you," smiley face, hard eyes. What am I supposed to do with that? Look, I love my mother, but I'm not in love with her. I don't think I am. Inappropriate, though. Like one time she sent me a manila envelope in the regular mail. No phone call, no heads up. I didn't know what it was, but I knew it was from her because it had her needy scrawl on it. So I opened it up, and there were 2 notarized forms in there. And I thought right away, this should have been a phone call. I don't even know what this is. But this looks like a phone call, or maybe a heads up. I'm sending some notarized forms to you. This was breakfast I was eating. And they were 2 documents. One was her desire to be cremated and have her ashes spread somewhere over the Southwest, which I thought was good. It was broad, and it gave me a lot of options. Like, theoretically, I could drive 10 minutes into Arizona and just be like, "Adios, mama," The other document was the DNR document. Look, people have to do this. It's important to do this, but I could have used a phone call. So this is the Do Not Resuscitate document. Now, I didn't know that there's a list of people in order of preference who can do the unplugging. I didn't know that. I'm not pissed off, but I'm not number 1. It's my little brother. Why does he get to kill her? That's why she didn't call me. How's she gonna explain that to me? Her firstborn, who she's in love with. She did not trust me with that very delicate responsibility. But then I started thinking, like, well, you know what? Me and my brother aren't getting along that well. Maybe this is just her way of trying to get us to do something together. That's what I thought. But what did she think? Did she think I was going to jump the gun or something? What did she think was going to happen? That I'd be in the hospital room, she's on the machine, and I'd be, like, talking to my brother, like, "Come on, do it, man. Just pull it. Pull it, bro. Just fucking do it." Mark, she's still talking. I know. But enough already, right? Let's wrap it up. My mother does not love that joke.